Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know we are buying stocks and we are adding assets to the portfolio. Another week, another couple $100s in passive dividend income. We are buying stocks, we are stacking it up, and we are pushing towards our $25,000 annual dividend goal. We're over the $10,000 mark so far. We have some room to make it. We've been making some massive moves in the account as of late. And we got a lot of plans in the account. We got a lot of buys we're going to be doing. And we're just getting started. You guys probably been watching. We've been killing on the option side. We're slowly but surely building it on the dividend side. I want to talk about it. I want to buy some stocks together. And I want to look at how we're doing with our share count goals. So first things first, let's jump into it. Today, we're up about 0.29%. For the week, we're up 1.18%. For the month, we are up 8.16%. Year to date, up 11.74% or 4,745. 1 year up 28% or 10,121. And then all time since we moved this account over to Robinhood about 2.5 years ago when we started this series at $0, we are up 14,309, sitting at a balance of about $45,000. So not too bad, but first things first, before I jump into anything, I've got a challenge for y'all. And yes, this is one that'll make me pay. If this video gets to 100 likes, I will put in a fresh $2,500 worth of cash to buy some new assets. But all you guys got to do is just hit the like button. If you're not subbed, already jump into the sub. We're so close to 10,000. I think we're at 250 subs away. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. But drop the like and make me pay $2,500 worth of fresh cash that we will add to the portfolio to get it that much closer to 50 grand. Anyways, let's jump into it. Let's look at what payouts we got this week. We had some nice payouts that came in. Actually, we had about $390 worth of dividend payouts that came in over the last week. TSLW at 19.15, NVDY at 102, Ymax at 52, which was an absolutely terrible payout. But this week's going to be better. This Ymax payout was only 10 cents. ULTY at 41.40, that was our first position, 400 shares. And don't you guys worry, I doubled it. XDTE at 55.74, rdte at 59.42, QDTE at 59.68, TSLW at $19.44. Slowly but surely, it keeps rocking. We hit the 50 shares and we keep building. So that's where we're at in the account. Let's take a look at the options on the table. Of course, every single week we do the bare minimum. MSTX plays with Robinhood's money. We make a little bit of change. They expire worthless. We're week 9 of 9 where these have expired worthless. So we got a 100% success ratio so far. $35 worth of premium that we received this week. This sucker is going to expire worthless. MSTX is not going from 40 to 27 in the next 3 days. So no worries there. We are just adding that ammo to the dividend snowball and we are slowly but surely building. So that's the options play on the table this week. And this is where we're sitting, right? SCHD, VTI, those are buying every single day, $5 a day, no matter what. Ymax, we hit share counts of 500, so we're done there. QDT at 250, we're done there. That's just paying to buy other stuff. JEPQ, this is the one on my list. I've had it since the start of the year. 50 shares was the goal. It's time to get it done, and it's time to get it done right now. We're coming in here, we're buying this, and we are buying 1.8 shares, I believe. Yeah, 1.8 shares. Let's go ahead and buy that. Boom. 1.8 shares. That brings us up to 50 shares even. And we're up 10% on the position. And we finally have hit our annual goal on JEPQ. 50 shares. Now I've got to decide, do I turn drip off or do I let this one keep going? For me, I'm thinking of just letting this one go. I think I've had drip on since the inception. It's a smaller position in the portfolio. So we're just going to let it rip. JEPQ now done. That's our buy for the week. XDT at 218, rdte at 225, getting closer to those 250 goals. This is the one that is breaking the internet right now. I don't know how this one's going to end up. We threw some chips in the table and we have ourselves 800 shares. The first drip of the $41 bought us 6.42 shares. And the drip has started. And then what did we do? We doubled down on July 21st. We bought another 400 shares at 644. Of course, we are terrible at timing the market. And that's just how it goes. Average cost $640. We're down $70 or so, 1.4%. But this one is on set and forget it mode now. So my plan for this as of right now is I'm leaving it at 800 shares purchased. My goal is to let this drip up to 1,000 shares, and then we will see what's going to happen. I want to take a look at the projections on 800 shares and how long it's going to take to get there. So we'll look at that in the spreadsheet. But for now, this is my ulti position. This one has been NAV dying like a crazy. I mean, look at this, down 50% over the last year. But what you can see is since the prospectus change, we're up over the last 3 months. The NAV has done pretty well. We're up 50 cents. Year to date, still down 30%. But let's just see how this thing holds up. Obviously, the market has been absolutely ripping, and that is playing a big part in this. But these are things I want to keep in mind. I've got a position, I've got some skin in the game, and I just wanted to let things rip. So we have 800 shares of ULTY, and then the rest of these are on set it and forget it mode. One thing I do want to point out, CONY is going to be paying dividends this week. We are now, after this week's payout, within 1 month of having 100% of our capital returned to us. So we'll take a look at that in the spreadsheet as well. But a couple things I want to take in. So JEPQ is the buy for the week. Last week we made $389. This week we have about $435 worth of dividend income on deck. And this is a short month when it comes to dividends. And the reason why it's a short month is because we end this month on Thursday next week. And so we will not have any more of those Friday payouts coming this month, but we will have 5 payouts in the month of August. So we're going to have a massive month in August. But things are slowly but surely moving. I do want to touch on a couple of things here. Let me pull up my tweet from last night. Oh, if you don't already know this, but Tesla and Google earnings are tonight. I've got 63 TSL outputs going into earnings, I have 60 TSL outputs going into earnings, and I have 2 Tesla puts going into earnings. So about 100 and maybe 110,000. Because I sold some more puts this morning. So that'll be fun, anybody that's playing that. But this is what I wanted to look out. My steady income is staying steady, right? Payouts. QDTE, 23 cents this week, which is basically flat from last week's 23 cents. XDTE at 25 cents, flat from last week. And then rdte is up from 26 cents last week. I am loving the stability in these funds. If we can just stay right at these levels and slowly but surely build these, I am all in. We have some big positions in these ones, so I'd love to see that. Another one I want to take a look at, of course, is going to be our Ymax. Let's look at the Ymax payouts for this week. You guys probably already know it, but oh my gosh, HOOY paying $6.89 a share. Absolutely absurd. CONY paying 79 cents, so we'll be getting the $79 there. Huge one on Ymax, 18 cents, a big bounce back from 10 cents last week. So we'll be getting paid a truckload of money there. And then ULTY at 10.29. So with the 800 shares, we are going to be making over $80 just off this week's ulti position alone. And then I want to jump into Roundhill. Well, actually, we just went over Roundhill, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you do want to see MSTW is one that's going to be launching soon, I might throw some skin on that one. But another one we want to look at, well, I guess if you want to look at any of these are the payouts that are going to be coming here. So this is Roundhill's suite of, really the same thing, a bunch of single stocks that they're selling options on, some really good income there. But look at the difference between their Hood payout and the Ymax is $6 versus $1.11. I'd be pretty pissed. Those are the updates there, but I want to jump into the spreadsheet and I want to look at the share counts. You guys know this is where we started for the year. We have made a lot of progress since then on SHD, VTI, all the DTEs. Ymax, we went from 337 to 500. And then TSLY, we went to 100 from there. JEPQ, we went from 30 to 50. We have been making a lot of progress. We've been putting a lot of money into the account, and we have been building. We just knocked out JEPQ. We're going to be at 100% there. So that leaves us with just 4 positions left on my 2025 goals to hit. That's SHD, VTI, XDT, and rdte. It's going to take about $4,000 to get it done. So we have a lot of work there. But like I said, all you guys have to do is hit the like button. We'll put in a fresh 2,500 and we'll get rocking and rolling there. So that's the share count goals. When it comes to dividends, let's take a look at how we are for the month. So far in July, we are at 1,110. With options, we're about 1,305. We have a bunch of money coming in this Friday, so we're going to beat our June goal, no problem. We're going to smash June goal out of it. We'll probably end up in the $1,400, $1,500 range, just depending on how things come in. But we're looking good. We're going to miss our $1,839 goal for the month, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. We're 41% of the way towards our annual dividend goal of $25,000. There's a reason why I've been putting money into ULTY, and it's because it's time to get rocking and rolling. I need to start getting the dividend up. I have lofty goals, and I'm falling behind halfway through the year, and so I've got to really start injecting some capital. I've got to reinvest all my dividends, and we've got to get busy. So we're going to do that. Payouts that should be coming in on Friday: QDT at $59, XDT at $55, RDT at $68, Ymax at $91.90, and then cony at $79, ulty at $82. Keep in mind, cony is not being reinvested, Ymax is not being reinvested, QDT is not being reinvested. So we're going to have some nice ammo to buy some more stocks next week. What it will be, well, you'll have to stay tuned for next week's video. So that's where we're sitting as of right now. Comparison to last year, we are more than double, looking to probably triple where we were at last year. And then, of course, 2 years ago, we were at $98.63. So we've absolutely decimated that number already. How are we looking on averages when it comes to our 3 DTEs? Well, QDT is under the average over the last 4 weeks. XDT is right at the average over the last 4 weeks. And RDT is right at the average. We'd love to see that, a little bit of consistency coming in. Total return on QDT, 15.22%. XDTE, 10.82%. RDT, 5.69%. Ymax at 12.12%. And oh my gosh, look what we added. I have it spelled wrong. ULTY. Ulti has been added. And I need, I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm just going to fix that right now. That's going to drive me nuts. That's what happens when you type things. ULTY. Oh my. Boom. All right, so we've added this one. We're going to keep track of it. Like I said, I'm putting this to 800 shares. I already have 800 shares, and I'm letting drip take over. I think it's probably going to take about 15 weeks to get there, but that's where we're sitting as of right now. If we go to, let me just pull up this ulti drip. Boom. 800 share count. If you look here, the average right now is 9.5 cents. Obviously, we just got another 10-cent payer, so things could go faster. But as of right now, we should be dripping around 12, 13 shares a week. We should hit the 1,000 share count goal within 15 weeks. We're obviously going to reinvest everything. Then we will reevaluate at that point. If we can hit it faster than 15 weeks, great. If not, no worries. The last thing I want to look at together here is house money. We talked about it with CONY. We are getting close to 100% house money, which is where the absolute money printer turns on. We spent $1,597 to buy our cony shares. We received $1,388, left $208. You guys just saw we're going to be getting roughly $80. So we're going to bring that down significantly, and we're going to bring it down to really maybe 1, maybe 2 more payouts, but we're pretty much 100% to house money. We're already at a 51.75% return when it comes to CONY, and things are looking good. So that's where we're at in the portfolio. We're sitting at 45,000 and some change there. If you throw down 100 likes on this video, it's completely free. Then I will put in a fresh $2,500 with the new capital, and we will get busy buying some more assets. I'm on a mission, and my mission is to make an extreme amount of money. You guys have been seeing it with the options. You've been seeing it. You've been seeing it with the dividends. It's time to really get going, to get motivated, and hopefully everybody else is on the same journey as me. I appreciate everybody as always. Don't forget to drop a like. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next video.